Hi. Okay, the shaking of the camera's done. Hi, thanks for joining me. It's Keri. Okay, here's my question today. Have you ever considered why you think the way that you think? Really about anything, but what I want to talk about today is money. Why do you think the way that you think about money? I just want to make sure my volume's turned up for this. Yep, it is. So there are a million different ways that you can think about money or about anything. There are a million different ways for you to think about it. Why do you think the way that you think? I'm really asking you that. I'm asking you to consider for a moment, why do I think the way that I think about money? And see if you can determine why. Because you think one way about money, and you have someone else in your life who probably thinks a different way about money, and then you know someone else who thinks a totally different way about money. And I believe that the truth is there is no right way to think about money, but it's useful to distinguish why you think the way that you think. And then to go a step further, does it empower you to think the way that you think about money? Because mostly when I work with my clients, what I find, and it doesn't matter how much money they make. It really doesn't matter. I have clients that make 6 figures and I have clients that make 9 figures. And each one of us has a particular way that we think about money. So what is that way for you? How do you think about money, and does it empower you or does it limit you in life? Because most of the time, what I've noticed over so many years of doing this work is it limits people. And if it goes undistinguished, if you have no idea why you're thinking the way that you're thinking about money, then it continues to run you instead of you having power with it. And that's where most people get trapped. That's where most people get stuck in life, and they don't have power with it. So it's worth distinguishing and having this conversation. So is it because you have the thoughts that you have about money because of how you were raised? Is it because of the people around you? I heard this many years ago, and I've said it often too, is that most people, how they are with money and how much money they can make is determined by the 10 people they spend the most time with, their circle of influence. So just look for a minute. Is that true for you? Look at the top 10 people in your life, the people that you spend the most time with. And that means, yes, you have to include family or friends or coworkers. And a lot of times we surround ourselves with this group of people because we have the same thought patterns about money. And what people don't realize is that's what keeps us stuck. See, if you're around a circle of influence, you're around a bunch of people. It could be your coworkers, your neighbors, your friends from the past, your family. But if you're around a bunch of people who are disempowered with money, always in lack, then what do you think you're going to be? Chances are you're not going to be free and flowy with money when you're around people with lack. Or you could even look to see of this circle of people in your life, do you all make around the same amount of money? And if you don't, let's say you make more than the people around you, which let's say you're an outlier, which is very, very rare, but I believe you're special. So if you're one of those outliers, do you talk down what your conversation about money? Because chances are you're not freely sharing it. And maybe if you did freely share it, then it would raise everyone else's vibration about money instead of everyone else suppressing yours a little bit. Because I notice that a lot with my high-level executive clients is that when they out-earn people in their environment, they feel guilty. They feel like, oh, am I worthy of this? They have self-worth issues come up. They also don't want to share about their lives and what they're doing because they don't want to be flashy. They don't want to make other people feel bad. So there's so much hidden about money that I want to call it out and have this conversation. Why? So that you can be empowered. Because most people, no matter how much money you make, how much money you have, a lot of people aren't free and empowered around money. And that's what I want from you, is to be free and empowered around money. So what if, no matter who's in your circle of influence, no matter how much money you make right now, you could be free? What if? What if you could just be free about money and create, I know I talked a few days ago about creating this amazing relationship with money where when you ask for it, it flows to you. It wants to come to you. It's like, yes, I want to give you everything you ever desired in life. What if that was your relationship with money? And if it's not right now, what about discovering why? Why is money limited to you right now? Why is money hard for you right now? Why are you thinking those things that you think about it? And what do you need to distinguish to have freedom about it? You know, a lot of what I've done over the years is a lot of work on why I think the way that I think about, name the topic, but we'll talk about money. And a lot of it is how I was raised, the people in my life, the friends, the neighbors, all of those things. And it's good to realize where it comes from because then you can break free. I know I said that before, but I'm saying that again. And it's also okay not to think the same way about money as the people in your environment. You know, I have been married almost 20 years. And my husband and I think completely different about money. Completely different about money. And he is a wealth advisor, and then I'm a wealth coach. And we think completely different about money. But you know what? It doesn't matter because money works for us. And I'm of the opinion I can spend and money will always flow back to me. I have no reason to be scarce about it. And he's more frugal and how do I want to say it? Like more realistic about money. Like money is a particular way. We think very, very different, but it still works because our beliefs allow money to flow to us. So what are your beliefs about money? Can money flow to you? Can money empower you? And are you allowing it to, or are you trapped by something from the past or some fear that you have that's constraining money? Are you someone who's going to hoard it and hold on to it? Or are you someone who knows that if you let it go, it's coming back tenfold? Nothing's wrong either way, by the way. Remember, my husband and I have very different opinions about money. It doesn't matter. What matters is that you have freedom about it. So it's useful to decipher how you think about it, and does it empower you or does it not? And does it allow you to have what you want in life or does it not? I'd love to hear your thoughts about this. Like if you're going to go and let's say there's something that you want and you need to make an investment, are you free to just do it and you trust that money's got your back? Or are you worried the entire time that it's not going to work out. Money's not safe. It never was. It never will be. And so you hold yourself back. And if that's the case, what would it be like if you created new thoughts, new beliefs, new opportunities for money to show up for you? What if you did? Would that empower you? Would it empower you to just be free and easy? See, I work with clients who say money's hard, money's stressful, money is never around when I want it. And then I have clients that are exact opposite. Money just flows to them and money's always available. But sometimes they don't feel safe spending the money that they have. So most people are constrained in this conversation, which is why I want to keep having this conversation, because money is only energy. Money is energy. And just like everything that is energy, it has no judgment. Money doesn't have a judgment about you. You can be as free as you want with it. Okay, so money is a vibration, and when it wants to flow to you is when the vibration is at the same level, when you're at the same level as money is. When you're thinking negatively about money, or money's never around for you, or whatever those thoughts are that you have, your vibration is low, so money can't flow to you because money's vibration is high. Have you ever noticed that when you're suffering about money or you're in lack about money, money's nowhere to be found? It can't flow. I mean, look back on your life, or maybe it's happening right now. But then there are times where, let's say money got to you out of nowhere. It just flowed to you. It came to you and it's like, yes. And you celebrated it. Then if you noticed money keeps coming to you, it keeps flowing to you in those times, it's because your vibration was high. And just like anything, don't we all want to be around people, circumstances, situations, energy that's a high vibration? And we all want to run from low vibrations, right? Well, money is no different. So money is an energy, and it wants to flow to you. It wants to have an extraordinary relationship with you. And I do talk about that a lot. And I know some people don't quite get it the first time I talk about it, but you're in a relationship with money. And just like you're in a relationship with your best friend or your spouse or your coworker or whoever it is, or your children, you're in a relationship with money. And have you ever dissected what that relationship is? What's the status of your relationship right now? Is it flowy and flirty and fun and it wants to come to you? Or is it you're a little desperate? You're wondering when it's going to come. You're wondering what's going on. And I know some people even talk about the circumstances of the world or the circumstances in their particular industry. But what if none of that had anything to do with the amount of money that you have or what's available to you? I mean, there is no better time in the world than right now to make as much money as you want. Really, you have the internet, you have AI, you have everything available to you. You can do anything that you want. And if that's the case, then why wouldn't you create an empowering relationship with money? I noticed just having this conversation, I know some people aren't going to resonate with this conversation and will want to fight me, especially being live on the internet. I just felt like, just to be honest, I just felt like a tightening in my chest because I know the collective energy does not believe this, does not think this way. And it's okay. And if you're someone that is watching this and you struggle with this concept, it's okay. I just want to open your mind a little bit let a little light shine in and let you know that it's possible. I really do believe that we are all limitless human beings. We are limitless in what's possible for us in this lifetime. And that means we're limitless with money. And a lot of what's stopping us is all of our past about money. But now we're going to go a level deeper, which is how our body responds to money. See, a lot of people hit this ceiling where they can't make more money, even if they have bigger aspirations. They're like, nope, that's as much money as I've ever made. Maybe I can make a little bit more, but anytime that it's like skyrocket high, they suppress it. Even if it has a chance to come in, then they kill it. Why? It's because your nervous system doesn't feel like it's safe holding more. We have thoughts like, oh, remember when that happened to so-and-so and then they ended up losing it all? It's a great example is people that win the lottery. They make all this money out of nowhere, right? But they don't embody being someone, who can hold that kind of wealth. So they lose it within 6 months or a year, right? So what's going on with your nervous system? I talked about beliefs earlier, which is really valuable, but then there's how does your body feel? So if I say to you, hey, I want to give you $100,000. And you're like, for what? I don't know, just because I want to give you $100,000. Feel into what's happening in your body. For most people, it tightens. Like, what? Do I deserve that? Am I worth that? Why would she give that to me? And question. So there's what's happening in your mind about money, which is so valuable, but what's happening in your body around money? Even if you go to spend money on something, let's say that you want to invest money in yourself. You want to do a course, you want to hire a coach, you want to, whatever it is. The thought of doing that thing sometimes causes strain on your nervous system. You question if you'll be able to make it back. You question its worth. You question your worth. And that's the mind-body connection. So your body's reacting, and then based on how your body's reacting, your mind goes to work. And then your mind starts reacting. And the two of those work in tandem. And typically, they're holding you back. So what do you do? Because if I'm saying that you're limitless, you're a limitless human person, you're a limitless person, and money wants to flow to you, and all you have to do is raise your vibration and money wants to come to you. And we're the ones stopping ourselves from achieving more. And by the way, if money is super reactivating topic for you, that's a good thing to look into is why? Why? But we could be having the same conversation about anything, right? Because your body tells you everything you need to know about how you feel about something, and so does your mind. I just love to talk about money because it's the number one constraint people have that takes away your freedom to be in life. And I want you to have as much freedom as possible in this life. I mean, my gosh, it's our one life. Right now, it's happening. I believe we have more than one life now that I just said it out loud, but this is our one life right now. And during this one life right now, I want you to have unlimited possibilities with money. And wherever you're stopped, let's go to work at handling that so that it can flow to you effortlessly, easily. So what do you have to do? Well, you can work on your mindset. You can work on your nervous system. What I have found over the years of coaching lots of people and people doing my courses is that when you go to work on your nervous system and how it reacts to money, that's where the true breakthroughs come. And when you can embody the the person who has the amount of money that you want to have, when you can embody that for yourself, that's when the breakthroughs happen. And that's why I've created everything that I've created, is so that people can cause breakthroughs. So I just want to share a couple resources for you. One is totally free. And I have clients of all different levels who do this one thing, and they cause massive breakthroughs. And it's called Walk into Wealth. And it's a 9-minute walking meditation. So you put your headset in, your earphones, your AirPods, you go for a walk and you listen to this meditation, and it transforms your nervous system to allow for more money to come in and flow to you. And I'll put the link below in case you want to do it. It's totally free and it's life altering. So that's one free resource that I created because I'm so passionate about this. And then there's, if you want to go deeper and you're like, you listen to this and you're like, I resonate with this, I want a bigger breakthrough, I created this 10-day course. You don't have to commit your lifetime, 10 days. And every day I do a 20 to 30 minute conversation, activation with you to get you operating at a new level. And some of the exercises I have you do are ones you've never heard of before. Most of them. You've never even considered doing these things. And they are the very things that cause massive breakthroughs in people's lives. There was a realtor who did the last round, and she, in 10 days, she got 2 new listings and went under contract for both. In 10 days. Another woman hated money. She would say that, I hate money. And she wanted a more empowering conversation with it. And during the course, she got an email that there was $50,000 of assets owed to her that she had no idea about. So I could go on, but that's wealth calibration. And that course is so transformational in 10 days. So are you someone, I'm going to ask you this point blank. Are you going to allow your disempowering conversation with money, if you have one, to continue, to block you, to determine what's possible for you, and to keep living the same level that you've always lived? Or did you have bigger dreams? Do you have bigger dreams? Do you want more? Do you want to live the fullest expression of your life? Do you want to be able to buy anything that you want? Do you want to be able to donate as much money as you want? Do you want to just not be constrained? If so, there are resources for you to cause that breakthrough right away. This is my dog, Sunny, if you can see him. He's going to join us for this conversation. So I just want to open the door and have you start to consider why you think the way that you think about money, what your relationship is with money, and maybe even open the door to you dreaming a little bit bigger. What if you are limitless? Because I believe you are. What if money does want to flow to you? Because I believe it does. What if what you've accomplished in this life, no matter what it is only the beginning? And there's this whole big, beautiful life waiting for you. I think I got that from this movie I watched recently. I think it's called Your Big Beautiful Life, which I actually loved that movie. But I believe that you do have this big, beautiful life and it's waiting for you. You just have to shift. And for a lot of you, it's your mind, and more of you, it's your body. And that's why doing all of the work that I do, some of you have seen that I am a wealth coach, but I'm also an energy healer, because when you can combine the mind body together, so the coaching part is the mindset work and the energy healing is the body work. When those are in pure alignment, that is where the magic happens. And so I incorporate that in everything that I do, and that's what produces the miraculous breakthroughs. So that's what I want to share today. I'm so thrilled that you watched this. Thank you for being here. If there's any way I can support you, please reach out. I'd love to support you in you living the biggest, best, bold, beautiful life possible. And I'll put a link in the comments if you're interested in the free Walk into Wealth. That's 9 minutes and changes your life. So thanks for being here, and I look forward to connecting soon. Bye.